So I think that we can move on with the presentation of Slovenia idea for the use case or possible use cases. So we will see later on with the discussion. Please, I leave the floor to Nina or Prof. Lobnik.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Before I start with the presentation, I would like to invite Mr. Draško Veselinović, our Slovene representative of in the Vanguard initiative, to greet you all. Sorry, you are muted.
I think I greeted everyone already in the very first beginning when Giacomo gave me the word, but yes, again, welcome here, and let's hear this proposal, which we personally think is very interesting.
Okay, thank you. Now I will share the slides. Please let me know if you see the slides correctly.
Yes, but not in presentation mode.
Like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. Good.
Okay. I'm a little bit new to this GoToMeeting. Okay. So, hello. I'm honored actually to be able to host this event together with AFIL and to have the opportunity to present the use case circular economy in textile and plastic sector together with company iOS, which is a member of our partnership representing the state of Slovenia in the process of transitioning to circular economy. So to have a look firstly at the European context a little bit, textile especially is an issue of a number of European documents. We saw that the Waste Framework Directive was updated, and it will demand from all EU member states to recycle the textile and to enable separate recycling of textile until 2025. We have a circular economy action plan put in place where textile recycling and plastics recycling is at the core of its goals. And then we are all also waiting to that the European strategy for sustainable textile will be adopted, which I believe will happen this year, hopefully till in this first half of the year. And I just put some figures here that are taken from the EU strategy for sustainable textile, which say a lot on the importance of proposing research and development activities in this field. So, for example, Europeans consume on average 26 kilos of textile per person per year, and 11 kilos of textile is discarded per person per year. Despite these numbers, it is estimated that less than 1% of all textiles worldwide are recycled into new ones. From European context, I will switch to the national one. You can see in my slide the picture that is taken from our new smart specialization strategy, which is still in the phase of being adopted in its final form, but I think this will happen in a month or so. So I dared to already take this scheme from the new strategy, where you can see that the main goal of the Slovene Smart Specialization Strategy is the green transition, and the transition to circular economy is one of the priorities of the smart specialization. We don't have regions in Slovenia, that's why we are always presenting the whole country as such. What has already been identified in the field of circular economy and recycling of waste is that there is high added value in the field of green processes and technology generated, also in the field of secondary raw materials and sustainable energy. In Slovenia, we observed also high R&D investment rates, and we predict that in the period from 2021 to 2027, there will be 3 to 4% increase in revenue, export, value added, and new employment in the field of circular economy, as well as increase in 2.4% in the work productivity and 4% in R&D investment. These numbers relate mainly to the recycling sector, so not the whole circular economy area. So Slovenia established strategic research and innovation partnerships. Networks for the transition to circular economy is one of these partnerships, as tools for the implementation and the realization of the goals of the Slovene Smart Specialization Strategy. This means that we have 9 priority areas in the strategy and 9 strategic partnerships for the realization of the goals in these priority areas. Here at the Chamber of Commerce and Industry of Styria in Maribor, Slovenia, we are the national coordinators of the partnership for the transition to circular economy, and we operate in 6 fields, which you can see from the slide. So sustainable energy, biomass and alternative raw materials, secondary raw materials, functional materials, processes and technologies, and circular business models. Even though we are oriented towards these focus areas, there are also other strategic partnerships that focus on sectors where circular transition is somehow positioned as a horizontal topic, and they of course also work with the companies and the businesses to transform their business models to more sustainable ones. In our partnership we have 88 members, 54 are companies, 16 NGOs, and 18 research and development institutions. And the co-founders of the partnership are besides the Chamber, also the National Institute of Chemistry and the University of Maribor, Faculty of Chemistry and Chemical Technology. We provide several services to the members as the coordinators. So besides business advocacy and consultancy, also project management and project consultancy, internationalization activities like R&D projects, as well as organization of economic delegations abroad, fairs. Then we take care of promotion and marketing of the activities of the members and provision of know-how. In that manner, we present and function as development partners of the state, specifically for this field in the circular economy. So here today, we are proposing a use case in the recycling of plastics and textile, and this is connected with the focus area secondary raw materials. And in the slide, you can see the value chains that are already created in this focus area. So treatment of industry waste, manufacture of biologic waste, reuse of waste, electronic and electrical equipment, technology for industrial wastewater treatment, and sustainable management of drinking water. One of the members of the strategic partnership for circular economy is also company iOS, located in Maribor. It's a research-oriented small company. They work in the development of sensors, environmental protection, wastewater treatment and analysis. They have their own membrane system, nanotechnology, and polymers recycling technologies. To be more detailed, they are specialized in the development of optical chemical sensors for detecting freshness of food, water monitoring, air monitoring, personal safety and protection. And in addition, they also have expertise in the synthesis of nanomaterials and their functionalization for applications in different fields like medicine, sensors, safety. They have their own lab scale facilities to support these R&D activities in the field of chemical recycling, and they are owners of a Resintex pilot plant. The Resintex pilot plant is actually something from which this use case was somehow capitalized. The benefits of this pilot plant are that non-bearable, this really low-end textile waste can become a valuable source for new chemical feedstock. And also with this pilot plant, the possibilities for industrial symbiosis become much easier to put in practice. So what they already put in place in the plant is the optimization of recycling processes of textile waste, cotton, wool, PET, PA, and mixtures, blends. They are now in the process of upgrading the plant to recycle plastics and paper packaging. They have the polymerization process of plastics and textile waste already developed in very high TRL levels, so they are able to perform on the market already. However, cellulose and PI recycling technology is still in the process of optimization. This pilot plant consists of 2 high pressure and high temperature reactors, bioreactor for enzymatic decomposition, extruder, and automatic chemical dosing system, as well as filtration and separation systems. Here you can see the pictures of the equipment, and of course everything is possible prepared to be upgraded as well in case new development opportunities appear. After the establishment of this pilot plant, which was part of a Horizon project called Resintex, they already did some upscaling and follow-up activities. One is a demo pilot project, which was or is co-financed by the Ministry of Economic Development and Technology from Slovenia, and it includes a very strong consortium with the companies that are that establish the value chain in the plastics recycling. So the aim of the project Polykoroznost is the development of innovative technologies for chemical and biochemical degradation of waste packaging for the production of secondary raw materials. In addition to this project, they also established collaboration with other industries in Slovenia and abroad, specifically with the chemical and coatings industry. And from, I don't know if someone already participated in other Vanguard meetings where we presented this use case, but we also had the representatives of this industry together with us, and they expressed the importance of their work regarding the creation of new chemical feedstock, especially knowing the status of economics in the current world situation when there are disruptions in value chains. Europe is suffering from the lack of some critical raw materials, and also because sustainability targets will be higher and higher and obligatory for the industry, which means that they will have to really invest a lot in the production of secondary raw materials. So here is a list of activities that we propose together with the company and the already established business network around the pilot plant for the recycling of textile and plastics. Together with you, interested regions, Vanguard Initiative, and other potential partners that may appear during this process of officially establishing the use case. So there is a potential here in Slovenia to create a validation center for the industry. In addition, we would like to scale up the production of green polyester. So we are looking for investors in this respect. We would like to connect with complementary know-how institutions via R&D projects. We have experience from collaborating in Horizon projects, Interreg projects, and of course, we would like to also use the opportunity of the I3 call, which I heard that Marcello and the AFIL cluster already applied to the first deadline, and we would be eager to hear how they managed to do that, because we know that the call is quite complicated. So the know-how that we are looking for is the product post-treatment, product analysis, research on new types of waste or specific fibers, if we focus only on textile, and development and testing of other technologies. And finally, of course, what is the main idea of the Vanguard is the establishment of the new value chains, not only in the on the national level, but interregionally, with producers of polymers, textile companies, and plastics producers. So this is what we propose, and there are also the representatives of the company here with me today. So they are available for further information, especially regarding some technical details. Anyway, these are our contacts, and as you were already told by Marcello and Giacomo, we will then go through a process of compiling these letters of intent based on today's speeches and the connections which we already established individually via meetings and email. That's all from my side. If maybe questions appear, please, I kindly invite you to open your mics.
Okay, thank you, Nina. Of course, if questions arises also later on, you can use the chat or interrupt me without problems. From our side, just because you asked it for the I3 call, of course, also for those who doesn't know this tool. This is a tool that has been implemented this year, and it will have 2 calls. The first call has been at the deadline in February, and the remanufacturing for circular economy demo case submitted a proposal, and it is a call related also to industrial investment and in general to activities at high TRL. So in this case, of course, Marcello selected within the demo case the use cases that has some results already put in place in order to promote the scale up and the commercialization of this solution. Of course, there is the possibility to apply also in the second call that it is in October, if I well remember. And in this case, of course, it is necessary to, and this event is the first step in this direction, to understand what are the results already put in place, what is the TRL, to understand how it could be possible to make a proposal related to commercialization and scale up of this type of solutions. So if it is for sure a possibility, such as you mentioned, other type of projects and programs related to the topic, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And in general, also in your case, I see that there is a pilot plant with a TRL already 7, if I remember. So I think that there is the opportunity to talk also in this direction.